He went down in a hail of gunfire while protecting the community. What thanks did he get? He was buried in an unmarked grave. But now, an Albuquerque lawman who has been ignored in the worst way for 125 years will finally be remembered in the right way. Here's News 13's Amanda Goodman. Amanda?
Well, Dick, he's considered the first Albuquerque police officer killed in the line of duty. Now APD is working with the cemetery to make sure Edie Henry is never forgotten. 14 plaques adorn the back of the Albuquerque Police Department Museum. Each one represents an officer who gave the ultimate sacrifice.
We always want to make sure that we never forget them.
Each year, the department tries to do something special on the anniversary of the slain officers' deaths. This year, the APD Museum's new director realized they were coming up on a big one, the 125th anniversary of Deputy Marshal Edie Henry's death. APD says he was the city's first officer ever to be killed in the line of duty, but back then they were called marshals.
Officer McGuire and Edie Henry were looking for some suspects. They found them in one of the dance halls, and at that time a gunfire ensued.
Deputy Marshal Henry was killed on the spot in that Martinez Town dance hall. McGuire died a few days later. As APD was trying to figure out what to do to honor Henry, the museum director came across some interesting information.
So as he began to research it and making sure that everybody had a headstone, that's when he discovered that Officer Edie Henry, in fact, did not have one, and that he was buried here locally.
APD figured he might be buried at the Fairview Cemetery on Yale. The historical director there was able to locate Henry's gravesite in the old part of the cemetery. Right now, this orange flag is the only identifying marker, but that will change next week.
We're going to have a remembrance service to honor Officer Edie Henry and place that headstone. And this shows that truly Officer Edie Henry has never been forgotten.
And APD got a little help in honoring Deputy Marshal Henry. The historic Fairview Cemetery actually donated that headstone. Dick?
All right, Amanda, everyone is invited to attend that service Monday at the cemetery. Deputy Marshal Henry did not have any family in New Mexico.